Hi, welcome to first episode of Lockdown Kitchen. My name is Dylan. Today I'm going to make you guys hot crust buns. Maybe your favorite bakery is closed and you can't get that nice, delicious hot crust buns. But don't worry, today I'm going to show you how to make them in a very simple way. For today's recipe, you're going to need flour, preferably a strong flour like bread flour. You're going to need milk, 2 eggs, butter, sugar, cinnamon, allspice, and some dried fruit. This can be fruit of your choice. We need some salt, an orange, and instant dry yeast. My recipe is in grams, so if you have a kitchen scale, that'll be very handy. I will also be using a stand mixer today, but if you don't have that, you can mix it by hand. We're going to be using a dough hook for this recipe. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my dough hook. 500 grams of flour, 50 grams of brown sugar. Brown sugar just gives it a flavor because of the molasses content in it. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon and half a teaspoon of allspice. 1 teaspoon of salt. This is a 10-gram pack of instant dry yeast. 500 milliliters of milk. I'm using a vanilla bean pod, but if you don't have vanilla bean, you can just go ahead and use 1.5 tablespoons of vanilla extract instead. At this stage, when the dough forms a bowl, we're going to start adding our butter. At this stage, you're going to see your dough coming into a bowl, and the size of the bowl is clean. At this stage, you can just stop and let's check the consistency of our dough. Perfect elastic dough, like you can see. So at this stage, we're going to add our dried fruit. I'm going to shape my dough into a bowl, and I'm also going to put a little bit of oil into my bowl so that the dough does not stick. Now I'm going to cover my dough with a plastic wrap and set it aside for about 1.5 hours to proof. Okay, as you can see, our dough doubled in size. Put it right on a floured bench. Let all the air out of it. And then we're going to fold it over a couple times. I'm going to cut the dough in the middle so that I have a log. All right, now I'm going to portion my dough. You can either eyeball it or you can use a scale. So I'm going to go about 90 grams each. So this recipe yields to about 12 to 14 buns. Roll them into bowls. So here I have my tray that I've lined earlier with a silicone pad. If you don't have a silicone pad, you can just use parchment paper. So now it's a good time to preheat your oven to 390 Fahrenheit to 100 Celsius. I cracked open an egg, just 1 egg, and I put a pinch of salt in it, and I'm just whisking that. This is our egg wash. The reason we put some salt in the egg wash is that it helps break up the egg whites. It's already smelling amazing without even going in the oven. So soon I'm sure the whole apartment will be filled with delicious spice smells. I'm going to go ahead and make a paste. Okay, so the consistency of your paste is, it should look firm, but not very runny either. So this looks okay to me. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in a piping bag. If you don't have a piping bag, you can just use a ziplock bag and cut the tip, and then pipe it like that. So can just do actually any decoration you like. I'm just doing a cross because it's Eastery. This is the traditional way. But you can get creative with it. If you're doing this with your kids, let them get creative and do any design they want on the buns. So my buns are ready to go in the oven. My oven is at 390. We're going to bake these for about 15 minutes. This is optional, but definitely makes a huge difference. While they're still hot, I'm going to glaze them with some apricot jam. Put a spoonful of apricot jam, add some hot water. I'm just gonna brush the apricot jam on top of the buns. I hope you enjoy these buns. The smell is just absolutely amazing. Hope you enjoyed my hot cross buns. If you did, please like and subscribe.